Welcome to Cam Solar Training. My name is Cameron Quinones. I'm an instructor and I'm also one of the developers of the Cam Solar Training Solar PV Technician Apprenticeship. I want to give you a little bit of background about myself and why I think the program is so important in the solar industry. In 2005, I started as an electrical apprentice working for a small electrical contractor that would soon become one of the largest solar PV installation companies in the United States. The industry really got started before my first installation in 2005. But back then, the technology was not as efficient. There were no regulations, the safety practices were still being written, and the foundation for best practices were still being built. In 2014, I decided to work for myself and become a solar contractor. I had no money, I had a 13-year-old truck, and I had a garage to store tools and materials. But over the years, it quickly turned into 40 employees, a proper warehouse, and doing million-dollar contracts, building solar projects around the country for some of the largest companies in the world. As an owner and a contractor, I was involved in the building process from the very beginning through production. And working with so many people over the years and learning all facets of the industry, I believe that the area that can use the most attention are the new technicians starting their new career. Some of you may not even know what you stepped into, but like me, where I started, you now have the opportunity to be involved on the ground floor of an industry that will need qualified technicians for decades to come. Solar installers are one of the fastest growing occupations in the United States today. And we're so excited to share everything that we have learned. If you have any questions about anything in this video or anything about the program or anything that's going on site, please feel free to reach out to either Evan or myself on our Cam Solar Training Discord channel.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Cam Solar Training. My name is Evan Smith, and I'm proud to serve as both a project manager and an instructor for this apprenticeship program. I've been in the electrical trade since 2012, starting out as an electrician after completing 2 years of trade school. Like many of you, I spent years honing my skills in this field, working on various electrical projects. Around 4 to 5 years into my career, I discovered the solar industry, and that's how I knew I had found my true niche. But after overseeing countless solar installations, one thing became clear: there's a significant gap in the knowledge needed for solar-specific work. Solar installation is far more complex than just putting panels on a roof and calling it a day. There's a tremendous amount of technical detail that goes into it, and we realized there wasn't enough structured training to cover these complexities. That's why we created Cam Solar Training, to provide a comprehensive, hands-on learning experience that fills that critical gap. Whether you're completely new to the industry or you have some experience, this program is designed to equip you with the skills and knowledge to excel in the solar field. In this program, we'll cover everything from essential safety practices, system design, and understanding the National Electric Code, to mastering racking systems, obtaining NABCEP certification, and maintaining solar installations. And that's just scratching the surface. We're here to ensure you're well prepared to tackle any project, no matter the scale or complexity. At Cam Solar Training, our goal is not only to provide you with the theoretical knowledge, but to make sure you can apply what you learn directly to the job site. We want to give you the tools and confidence to be a valuable part of this growing industry. So thank you for choosing Cam Solar Training. We're excited to have you join us, and we look forward to helping you develop your skills, grow your career, and contribute to a more sustainable future through solar energy. I'll see you soon.
Welcome to the Solar Apprenticeship Program. My name is Sarah Taylor, and I'm the Director of Online Education here at Cam Solar Training. Let's review the 3 mandatory requirements that apprentices need in order to complete and graduate from the program. All apprentices must complete 4,000 hours of on-the-job training. you must have a 1-to-1 mentor to apprentice ratio, meaning a single mentor is training a single apprentice. And finally, you will need to complete 288 hours of online training. Let's briefly go over what registration and enrollment will look like for apprentices. It's important to note that this is an employer-paid program. There are no fees or payments necessary to access our online training. Once you have confirmed apprenticeship with your employer, you will have a few documents that need to be submitted. Once these documents are received and approved, you will be able to start accruing hours towards your apprenticeship. Camsolar Training is here to help, so please reach out with any questions. Your employer will provide you with all the necessary registration forms and documents. These are time sensitive. Please return them as soon as possible. The forms will be sent to you via email, so make sure it's an email account you check often and are familiar with. The first document that needs to be filled out and returned is the apprentice registration form. This is going to be a 5-page document, but only the first page needs to be filled out and returned to your employer. Next, you will need to fill out the voluntary disability form. As it states in the title, this form is voluntary. You may check any of the options and return it. Know that all responses on this form are confidential and will not be used against you. You will also receive the State Apprentice Agreement form. This is a document that does not need to be signed and returned, but please read through it carefully as it has a lot of important information. Once you are registered and officially enrolled in the apprenticeship program, you can start accruing hours for on-the-job training.
Listen up, folks. Let's talk about the on-the-job learning. This requirement is simple. Every hour you work on the job site, we track them and allocate them towards your apprenticeship. In total, you need 4,000 hours on the job with experience in 6 different categories. We'll dive into each one, explaining what each category is and what kind of activities you will perform under each scope. So strap on your work boots, grab your hard hat, and get ready to get your hands dirty. First things first, electrical and construction safety. It's important for everyone to participate in safety-related activities while on the job. We require 100 of your 4,000 hours to be dedicated to safety-specific tasks on the job site. We're talking about 100 hours here, but honestly, safety is a 24/7 kind of deal. Every time you step on a job site, you gotta be aware of your surroundings, know the hazards, and understand the controls to avoid them. Examples of safety hours include participation in morning toolbox talks, where you discuss the day's work and any potential dangers. Those pre-work stretch and flex exercises also count, making sure your body's ready for the task at hand. Filling out a job hazard analysis to create awareness and communication on potential hazards you may come into contact with. It's about looking out for yourself and your team, speaking up if you see something isn't right. Let's all go home every day in the same condition we arrived. A safe job site is an efficient job site, and when you're working in the solar industry, efficiency is key. So let's make sure we're all on the same page when it comes to safety, so we can focus on the task at hand, building a brighter future. All right, now that we have safety covered, let's talk about the second scope, racking installation. Those shiny panels need a solid foundation, a sturdy structure to hold them in place. 1,000 hours of your apprenticeship requirements are in the mastering of this essential skill. Racking installation is like a giant puzzle with heavy-duty components. It starts with unloading and inspecting racking deliveries. More than often, you will find deliveries are never 100% correct in their quantities and part numbers. Once you get to the racking installation, Pay attention to the engineering drawings that guide your every move. Every site and racking may look the same, but has its own design. Never assume how these parts work together. Racking installations typically require forklifts and other machinery to transport, position, and install the components. Most of the work, though, is done with brute strength and precision to fit every solar module perfectly in place, optimizing production. Module installation. A huge milestone to most projects. This is where those beautiful solar panels finally get their moment in the sun. Installing glass makes up 1,500 hours of the on-the-job labor requirement. It's not just slapping panels on a rack. It starts with carefully unpacking and inspecting once those modules arrive on site. Any compromise to their integrity will cause performance issues in the future. Module frames, wire connectors, polarity, wire leads vary in length. Make sure they are in perfect condition and match the plans. Notify your foreman of any defects you see. They will appreciate that you care to check. Module installation can be physically demanding work. These modules can be over 7 feet tall and can weigh as much as 80 pounds. So work safely and carefully. Next on the list, DC wire installation and connections. This is one of the more complex scopes in the field due to the nature of how electricity works, and the codes and regulations around electricity that you'll need to know. One loose connection, nick or pinch in a wire, or polarity reversal can result in disaster. That is why it is so important to know the best practices to mitigate and eliminate the danger. We require 1,000 hours of experience in the field for DC wiring and installation. This includes installing conduit, running home runs, module series connections, wire management, and terminating conductors at the inverter and combiner boxes. Ensure strong wire terminations and connections when connecting and terminating wires. Keep everything well organized and uniform, and remember, pay attention to your mentors and site leads' instructions, and ask questions in regards to the tasks they give you. Leaving nothing to interpretation on the project plan of attack. Typically, they have design plans specifically detailing the wire supports, connections, and types of materials used. The field-made connectors made in the field have to match the manufacturer and type of the solar module connector. So, as you work on getting those 1,000 hours of DC wiring completed for your apprenticeship, stay safe, work smart, and double-check your work. Scopes like these require a lot of time to master. Here at Camsolar Training, our instructors have been electricians and solar technicians for a long time, and are excited to share everything we know. All right, so far we have 100 hours for safety, 1,000 hours for racking installation, 1,500 hours for module installation, and 1,000 hours for DC wiring. For a total of 3,600 hours of your 4,000-hour total requirement. These next 200 hours of your apprenticeship hours in the field will require more brain power than brute strength. Our next requirement is in planning and review. Now, planning and review is often taken lightly. But trust me, a little bit of foresight goes a long way in the world of solar. Just like a war general studies a map before going into battle, a skilled solar installer takes the time to understand the project inside and out before lifting a single tool. We're talking about poring over engineering drawings, scrutinizing site plans, and deciphering building codes, identifying potential challenges, developing installation strategies, and ensuring that every last detail is accounted for. Thousands of hours went into the design prior to ground being broken. Understand the engineers and designers' reasoning for materials used, placement of equipment, solar panel connections. Don't assume and guess when it comes to installation procedures. All of the parts and pieces are designed for the location, are designed to withhold the elements of the climate and generate just enough power to not overload the electrical power lines it feeds into. Whether you're planning the project or an installer, the details always matter. So dig into those plans, spend some time planning your day, and your time management potential will be at 100%. Well, it's time to get our hands dirty with underground installations. So hold on to your shovels, folks, because we're about to dig into it. Literally. Now you might be thinking, what is so exciting about working in the dirt? Well, I am so glad you asked, because there's a whole lot more to it than meets the eye. So much that we require 200 hours of underground installation work to count towards your on-the-job labor requirement. This includes pile driving, concrete work, trenching, underground conduit installation, backfilling, and compaction. Similar to the racking installation, heavy machinery is often used for this scope. So if you're digging trenches or installing conduit or wire in them, beware of your surroundings. If you're going to work in solar, it requires a lot of skill and knowledge in earthwork. Also, as always, keep in mind of all the dangers working with excavation equipment and in trenches. Know your safety protocols. More injuries happen around earthwork than you think. So as always, keep safe when completing your work. It doesn't pay not to. So there you have it, the on-the-job labor requirement to complete the program. The best part, as you gain these hours in the program, there are healthy hourly wage increases built in for you as you hit milestones, putting more money in your pockets. So keep up the good work and reap the rewards. Each one is earned through sweat, determination, and maybe a few singed fingertips. But let me tell you, the view from the top is worth it. Because when you're a journeyman, you're building a future powered by clean, renewable energy. And that, my friends, is a pretty good feeling.
One of the best things about our apprenticeship is having training and support available at all times. The online training from our instructors comes with decades of experience. Our Discord channel is always open to ask questions and learn from instructors and other apprentices, mentors, and industry leaders. When you're on the job site, you have leadership and experience from your mentors and journeymen. You get personalized training, hands-on experience, and instant feedback. Mentors and apprentices are required to have a 1-to-1 ratio on site, so get familiar with them and use them as a resource. What is a mentor? A mentor is a qualified technician with experience and training in construction safety. When on the job site, they are to provide positive leadership, help integrate apprentices into the working environment and navigate within the project site. They are the go-to person for questions with the day-to-day work of apprentices, provide honest and constructive feedback to the apprentice in a way that will assist in their growth and development, demonstrate best practices on the job, allow the apprentice to practice new skills or experiment with theories or ideas learned in the related instruction courses. You can find mentors with a red Camsolartraining logo on their hard hat.
Now let's go over the online training portion of the apprenticeship program. We have broken down our 2 years of online training into 72 weeks of learning. Like college courses, our classes will be scheduled by semesters. Each semester will have 18 weeks of courses and run from January to May and then August to December. After 4 semesters, you will have completed the program. Each semester will have 1 break, once in March and then once in November. Each week you will need to complete 4 hours of online training. When you add all those together, at the end of 2 years, you will have the required 288 hours of online learning to graduate from the program. Let's look at the weekly learning modules in more detail. You will access your courses through LearnWorlds. Class content can be accessed on a laptop or a mobile phone. We recommend you download the app so that you can easily track your progress and access courses. You will create an account with LearnWorlds using your email address, preferably the same one you use to receive your registration forms. The weekly learning modules are designed to be cumulative. Each Monday, a new course will become available to you. This is called a drip feed method and is a great way to keep you on track and ensure that you are completing the necessary hours. The courses are designed to complement your on-the-job training. Most courses will be asynchronous, which means you can complete them at your own pace. You do not need to complete all 4 hours in one sitting. There will be some live classes that will also be recorded. If you are unavailable to attend live classes, you will be required to go back and watch the recording. We are constantly evolving our course structure, and no 2 weeks will be the same. Some weeks you will have assignments that require you to perform certain tasks on site. Some weeks you will be participating in discussions. There will be quizzes and video lectures throughout. We are also excited to incorporate training that can be used towards other certifications relevant to the solar industry. An important part of our program, and one that makes it unique, is our Discord channel. This is where instructors, mentors, and other apprentices can connect in real time. If you have questions, comments, or just a really cool picture of something you did on site, share it here. We want our Discord channel to enhance your apprenticeship journey. A link to the channel is on our website.
Hey everyone, Evan here with Camsolartraining, and I just wanted to make this quick video sort of going over our Discord server that everybody will have access to once you join our program. So let's get into it here. When you first join the program and eventually join the Discord, you'll be prompted to this Welcome to Camsolartraining screen here. I sort of wrote this quick intro that you can read as well as these server rules. Make sure you read all of these, comprehend everything, and take it very seriously. We want to keep everything above board and on the up and up. Treat everybody with respect, that sort of thing. You can, pause the video, or once you join, just read it yourself, go over it, and make sure you make sure you keep all of these rules in the back of your head at all times. We want everything to be respectful here. Next, we have the introduction section, which Cam and I have both written our own introduction. We want everybody to write an introduction as soon as you join. That way we can all kind of get to know each other, know everybody's experience, where you're from, what projects you're working on, that kind of thing. That way everybody sort of has their own face, and it's just not a bunch of, faceless guys that nobody knows who anybody is. So, just you don't have to make it as long as I did, but, just make a nice introduction. That way everybody can get to know you. Here we have the general discussion channel. Again, pretty self-explanatory, but as Cam says, hello all, this channel is for everyone. Everyone can talk related questions and discussions with our instructors and other technicians. Have an idea, something you need clarity on, or want to share some project photos, here's the place, which Cam has already done here. I kind of put this little nugget in here from PV Magazine. We're going to eventually have a bot that will sort of, automatically post things from PV Magazine into this general discussion channel. Just kind of, interesting nuggets here and there. Cam went to the RE Plus conference, which is the biggest solar conference in the country, and he posted, some photos from that. You can see it's huge. There's over 40,000 people there. And we went there to kind of get our name out there, meet some potential clients, that sort of thing. Pretty cool. Next, we got apprentice program. And as Cam writes, hello all. As we build our apprentice program training videos that are free to apprentices, let us know if there's any particular items you're interested in knowing more about. Be safe out there. So yeah, as Cam says, if there's anything that you have questions about as far as the apprentice program as a whole, we can kind of go over it here. Cam posted some pictures from these burnt up Tigos, which obviously, as you'll learn, or I'm sure you already know or may not know, when you see these brown labelings, that's how it got so hot that it started to burn the actual, paper that's printed on. It's pretty crazy. And as he wrote, the brown colored label means it's getting a little too obviously. Let's see here. Apprentice. Hello all, this channel is for apprentices. Apprentices can talk related questions and discussions with our instructors and other apprentices. Have an idea, something you need clarity on, or want to share product photos, here's the place. So boom, just like he says, that's what this channel is for. Cam also posted these pictures from a job that he went to. And, I'm not going to tell you exactly what's wrong with this, but, that's something that hopefully you'll learn in our program. Let's see here. Mentors. That's kind of the same deal as the apprentices, except for our mentors. Hello, all. This channel is for mentors. Mentors can talk related questions, discussions with our instructors or other mentors. Have an idea, something you need clarity on, or want to share project photos? Here's the place. So yeah, now what's the difference between apprentices and mentors? Now, obviously, apprentices are going to be the new guys, the guys with little to no experience. Maybe they've only been on a couple jobs, haven't really, done much when it comes to the solar trade at all. Mentors, on the other hand, are sort of like journeymen in the solar field. We have an exam for mentors that you can take if you think you can pass it. I believe it's $100. And if you pass it, you get a certification as a solar mentor. And as a mentor, you take, obviously, just like a journeyman, you take apprentices under your wing and kind of show them the ropes, keep them in line, make sure they're doing the right thing throughout whatever project they're on. News and updates. So yeah, again, self-explanatory, but any new news or updates, whether it be code, projects that you're on that, you want to post about, we'll do that in this section here. Technical support. Again, it's pretty self-explanatory, but if there's any problem with our modules, our website, any of the videos, something's wrong, you can post that here. I'm pretty much on Discord 24/7. I keep it up on my phone and I have notifications enabled for that reason. So anytime that you guys have anything going on that's wrong, you can, or that you need help with, or something that's messed up, you can just post it here or at me in technical support, or just DM me in Discord and I'll pretty much respond immediately. Products and reviews. So yeah, any new products that you use, whether it's inverters, RSDs, modules, you can post that in here. Tell us what you think about them, whether you like them, what's wrong with them, if you don't like them, that sort of thing. Again, a lot of these are pretty self-explanatory, but just wanted to go over it just to make sure everybody's on the same page here. We have one voice channel, just a general voice channel. We'll do some lectures here, some quizzes, introductions, that sort of thing. If there's, again, if going back to technical support, if there's some kind of problem, we can just hop in the general chat here and, work through it. Whether you're on the job site or not, I would recommend downloading Discord on your phone. That way, pretty much 24/7, we'll be able to help you with whatever you need, whether it's questions or some kind of technical support. We'll do some lectures here, but we'll definitely be doing our introductions and that kind of thing in this channel. That's pretty much it. We want to keep this super active. We want this to be sort of the main hub that everybody can go to, for, anything that I've just discussed. So yeah, for the most part, that's pretty much it. And once again, I'm Evan with Cam Solar Training, and I'll see you soon.
Hello everyone, Sarah Taylor here with Cam Solar Training. Today I'm going to walk you through how to log in and navigate our online training platform. And I'll also show you a preview of one of our weekly courses. To start, you need to go to camsolartraining.com. This takes you right to our homepage, and you'll also see in the very upper right hand corner a sign-in link. Go ahead and click sign in. This takes you right to our login page. If this is your first time signing in, you will need to create an account. So go down to the Create Account link. You'll need to fill in all the necessary fields. Be sure you're using an email account that you have easy access to. It might be the same one you use to receive your registration forms. Once you fill out all the information, accept the terms and conditions, you may click Start Your Learning Journey. You will receive an email verification in your inbox and will need to follow the instructions to verify your email. Once email is verified, your account is now active and you'll be able to access our online training. So let's go ahead and sign in with my account. As you can see, I have saved my email and password, just for ease and convenience of logging in. So once you log in, you're going to be directed to the account homepage. This is where you're going to see your courses. You're going to see a link to our Discord channel. You'll have access to your profile. And if you hit visit profile, you'll see your achievements, kind of badges that you earn along the way, as well as which courses you're working on. And you'll also be able to edit your profile picture and information. Let's go back to the course page. And we're going to take a look at week 2. Now, if this is your first time signing in, it's going to say enroll instead of continue. But I'm going to click continue. And you'll see kind of the course homepage. It gives a little bit of information about the course, as well as who the instructor is. Let's take a look at what the course content will look like. You will see on the left that the course will be broken up into modules. Feel free to complete as little or as much as you can in one sitting. Your progress will be saved. While courses will vary week by week, there will be some similarities. We will have an introduction section that needs to be completed as part of the course. Here you will find course descriptions, objectives, and be able to preview course content. This week we have a short introduction video from instructor Evan Smith. Courses will also come with the content documents that you're able to download or access through the course. They provide you with a summary of all the information covered in the course. Some modules will have short quizzes, YouTube videos, and other activities. And each one of these activities needs to be completed in its entirety in order to pass the course. And one of the cool features about our videos and course lectures is that you will have the ability to subtitle them with other languages. We're excited to have you as part of our Solar Apprenticeship program.